Hello everybody, Trombone Master here, and I thought that for this last world in Spyro the Dragon, that it would be best to do the rest of this with commentary. So this is no longer a no commentary walkthrough, at least not for the last portion of it. Gnasty's world has a couple of quirks that that have made me decide to do the entire world all in one video. So this is that video. So we're gonna go to Gnasty's world, or Gnasty's world, as I like to call it, because that's not how you spell nasty. That's how you spell Gnasty. And I definitely don't call them Gnorcs, I call them Gnorcs, because it's a made-up word and I can pronounce it however the hell I want. Anyway. Delbin. Hey, didn't we already rescue this guy?
Hey, didn't I already free you?
You're in Gnasty's
what I
world
said.
now, Spyro, and you are the dragon who must defeat him.
Bring him on! I'm ready!
Reach the exit in each of Gnasty's lands. Then you can challenge the Gnorc himself.
This is Gnasty's world, Spyro, and you are the only dragon who can defeat him. Question. Why? Aren't there, like 74 of you guys that are each at least 3 times as large as Spyro? Why does Spyro have to be the one to beat him? As more than one of you or so wont to point out, Spyro isn't big and strong yet like you guys. So, what's the deal? Anyway, this is Gnorc Cove, and basically the theme of this world is, as you might have guessed, barrels. But the main point that I wanted to make about levels in this world is that you have to reach the end, like that dragon said. And that doesn't mean, get everything in the level and then select exit level from the menu. No, that means actually leave via the portal in these levels. So that's the only way the next level will become available. If you don't do that, then the next level will not be available, and you'll have to go back into the level that you just exited and exit via the portal in order to get to the next level. So that's one of the things that I wanted to explain. The other thing that I want to explain is that, as you might have noticed, we didn't get all the gems in the Gnasty's world home just yet. This is because they're not all available just yet. Only 75 are available from the outset, and you have to open the other dragon heads and be able to access all the other levels before you can, in order to get the rest of them. So there's still 125 gems left in that home world. Alright, so now there are three types of enemies in this world. There are the ones that are standing on the barrels.
Keep up the good work, Spyro. I expect Gnasty's really starting to worry about you.
I'd be shaking in my Gnorc boots if I were him.
Gnorc boots. Anyway, so there are actually two types of enemies in this world. The ones that stand on the barrels and the ones that throw the barrels or hold the barrels. The ones that pick up the barrels. The ones that stand on the barrels, you can either flame them, charge them, or kill them with barrels, and there are these guys who pick up the barrels and use them as weapons. These guys come in two varieties. The ones that are wearing metal armor and the ones that are not. The ones that are wearing metal armor take 2 hits to kill. So basically, blow up this guy's TNT and his metal armor is blown off. You can see his little polka dot underwear, or is that heart on polka dot heart underwear, whatever. Basically, you can either flame him or fling a barrel at him. I'll show you. That's how you kill him with fire. That's how you kill it with fire, and I'll show you killing them with barrels in just a sec. Right, and the TNT barrels, the metal barrels, when you... I didn't know that it would bat all the way down the corridor. But basically, the TNT barrels don't charge the TNT barrels. If you charge the TNT barrels, you will take damage, obviously. The metal barrels, as you may have noticed, you can charge, and that will just fling them in the direction that you charge them. So you see how that guy just died from one flame? That's because he was not wearing metal armor. They're basically the same enemy, except one variety just wears metal armor. That's all there is to that. Come on, pick up. Do your job, Sparks. God. Lazy bones. Lazy butt. Alright. So, next. So, you might think that you have to fling a barrel at this guy, but that doesn't work. It just explodes up here. So you just have to charge it and do that. Thomas.
Wow! I never thought I'd be rescued, especially by such a little dragon. What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta believe.
So I understand that that is a reference to some other game. I don't know what game that's a reference to, but the fact that it's a reference makes that awesome. I love games that contain references to other games. I know that a lot of people didn't like in Assassin's Creed 2 when Mario said to Ezio, "It's-a me, Mario!" I absolutely loved it. Maybe I'm just cheesy like that, but I absolutely loved that. That was just hilarious. Anyway, maybe I'm alone in that. Maybe. Anyway, here we go. So yeah, you see that first barrel blasted the armor off of them, and this second one kills them. Come on, do your job, Sparks. Do your job. Go down here, get the key. Now you don't necessarily need the key in this level to open the locked chest, but you can use the key if you want. Since you guys already know how to open a locked chest with a key, I'll show you the other way that the locked chest can be opened. So you can either, if there's a drop TNT barrel here, then you can flame this and the explosion will break it, or you can fling a chest, or you can fling a metal barrel at it. Since there's a so you don't need the key, but it's, you know, whatever. I guess they just did. I guess that was just an oversight on their part. I think they should have made those locked chests indestructible by any other means other than the key. That's what I think myself, in my opinion. But maybe that's just me. I know that the destructibility of those locked chests by other means is a convenient little property for speedrunners, so I don't think I'd change that for this game, but I kind of hope that's the case for the Reignited trilogy. Did I miss? I must have missed something. I don't have all the gems. That's a little bit worrying. Got all the gems here. Got everything there. Okay. I think what that means is that the gem I missed, or gems I missed, I guess that means that it's earlier in the level, so I'm gonna return home just to open the next dragon head. And then I'm gonna go back through here and find the gems that I missed. If I were pre-recording this without commentary, I would re-record the entire level, but since I'm doing this with commentary, since I'm doing this, God, that's really annoying. Since I'm doing this with commentary, I guess I'll just, oh my God, that's really annoying. Anyway, so yeah, don't see anything around here that I missed. Let's go on to the next area. Come on. Oh, I forgot that. That's annoying. Oh, wait. I wanted to get the rat. There was a rat back there that I wanted to get, just to give myself sparks again, but I guess it doesn't matter now. What I want to know is what's in these barrels that the Gnorcs just want to dump them into the ocean. Are they just littering to further, like, is that part of Is that part of Gnasty Gnorc's grand evil scheme? Is littering? Is that it? It's pretty nefarious if you ask me. Anyway. Oops. Ah, nah. There we go. And that's everything in Gnorc Cove. So back to Gnorc Gnexus, which I think is a I think that's a pretty cute name for the home world here. Gnorc Gnexus. Anyway. Next is Twilight Harbor. Now this would have been the most annoying level in the entire game if it weren't for the existences of Misty Bog and Wild Flight. This would have been the most annoying level in the game. I don't know if you guys realize just how much of a pain in the butt Wild Flight and Misty Bog are. I believe I had to re-record Wild Flight upwards of like 20 times, and oh god, and what? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You can't jump your way out of that? That's dumb. Anyway. I had to re-record Wild Flight like 20 times. I don't think I had to re-record. No, wait, I did have to re-record Misty Bog, I think once. I had to start over once. The one, actually, surprisingly, that I had to re-record a whole bunch of times other than Wild Flight, surprisingly, again, because it's not that bad a level, was Terrace Village. I just could not do that level well. Like, each time I tried to record it, it took me like 5 extra minutes. 5 minutes longer than it usually takes me. And I could have kept the recording, but that wouldn't have made for a very good video. So I had to keep re-recording it. It was a pain. It was a pain, but I got it all recorded. This level, thankfully, is one that I'm doing with commentary, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But yeah.
Thank you for releasing me.
Oh, the thank you for releasing me, dragons. Everybody remembers the thank you for releasing me, dragons. Wow. What a jerk. Alright. Where did I miss? I feel like I missed something somewhere. Oh my god. Really? Alright, so yeah, so there are 3 types of enemies here as well. There's the small guys with machine guns, the big guys with machine guns, and the grenadiers. Hold on.
Be on the lookout for Gnorc commandos, Spyro.
They better be on the lookout for me.
Oh, we got a badass over here. Anyway, what the heck was that? Did I land on a rat or something? I must have. Anyway. What the? You guys saw that, right? That wasn't just my imagination. I like phased through this reinforced chest and didn't break. That was really, really glitchy. What the hell was that? Not like really glitchy, but that was dumb. Good God. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. That was really weird. That was really, really weird. Oh, crap. Yeah. This one, oh my god. This one supercharge can be a bit of a pain, but it's not that bad. If I had to say what the worst supercharge in the game is, it would first of all not be one of the ones in treetops, because those are not the worst supercharges in the game. Those are, without a doubt, the best supercharges in the game. They are so awesome. They're so cool. I cannot express. I cannot adequately express how much I love the level design in treetops. But the worst supercharge in the game probably has to be the supercharge in the previous episode, not the previous episode, the supercharge in Haunted Towers. That one. It's just so it can be just really difficult to navigate if you're not practiced at it. It can be really, really hard to navigate. I have to say that the supercharges in treetops are probably the hardest supercharges in the game, but they're not the worst. They're easily the best. They're so much fun. Did I miss anything? Nope. Cool. Normally I wouldn't check, because I'd be trying to make the gameplay as seamless as I can, but with commentary I don't really care about that as much, because if I'm going for the more human experience, then I don't mind making mistakes as much. I'm not really doing this the best way, as evidenced by all the damage I'm taking. Come on, get the gem. There we go. And there you have it. That's Twilight Harbor. And remember, don't go exit level from the menu. In these two levels, you have to exit via the portal. The vortex, whatever it's called. And that is all the gems in Gnorc Gnexus. And finally, the final boss of the game, Gnasty Gnorc. And he is really not that tough. He's pretty anticlimactic. This level is, again, pretty anticlimactic. It's not that exciting a level. It's fun. It's a fun level, but it's not like there's nothing super epic about this final confrontation. No, not really. The secret level at the end is far more epic. There we go. Got the key and missed the gem. There we go. Now we got the gem, got the key, and we go over to this door and chase this thief. Come on. Cool. I'm glad we got that gem our second time through there, because I would not have realized that I was missing it. That would have been awkward. Getting all the gems our first time here. You can get all the gems and still catch him on the first cycle, but on the first lap rather, but you have to be very fast, and I haven't practiced this, so I'm just gonna take the time that I need to get all the gems. Oh yeah, and he shoots you with his green death laser thingy. Doesn't actually kill you in one shot. It just does a point of damage, which is pretty anticlimactic. But yeah, the set you're gonna want when doing this level, you're gonna want to you're not gonna want to take your time if when you eventually try to catch him on this. You're not gonna want to take too much time to get there, because if you do, he'll run away from you and not allow you to hit him. Yeah, like that. I was a little bit too slow. So I did that on purpose to show you what happens if you are too slow. Yeah. That's totally what I did. Anyway, joking aside, that's the only hard thing about this level is getting there in time. And there's a way to make sure that you do, but we didn't need to use that. So now with this one, you'll notice that the platforms are shrinking. That's totally fine. It's not at all difficult to get to the end of this before Gnasty, or rather before the platforms shrink too small. Just make sure that you don't take your time. You know, you're gonna want to be relatively quick. But yeah, that's Gnasty Gnorc.
Sorry I took so long. Kind of forgot about you.
What about Gnasty Gnorc?
Nasty Gnorc? is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to pick up.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit. What an anticlimax. What an anticlimax. I take my time to get everything in this game, to beat every level, beat Gnasty Gnorc, and my reward for that is, I'd say the sky's the limit. Just kidding. There is one more level. There is one more level in this game. Of course, I mean, come on, this is a 120% run. Anyway, a couple of names in this, in the credits that I definitely want to shout out. I'll make note of them when they come on screen. Music by Stuart Copeland. Stuart Copeland, of course, the drummer for, former drummer for the Police. Clancy Brown, one of my favorite voice actors. Dialogue written by Peter Kleiner, whatever his first name was. Don't think they hired him for the next two games. The dialogue was rather underwhelming in this game. No sheep were harmed during the creation of this game. A few Gnorcs, but no sheep. Anyway, so again, one more level before we can call it quits. But wait, what's this? Dragon's mouth is still closed. And there's one more dragon here. Let's see what he has to say.
Gnasty's ancient history now. So, what's in there?
I believe this is Gnasty's treasure hoard. But the gate will not open until you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you have reached 100%.
80 dragons. 12,000 treasure. 100%. Let's take another look over there. It is open. Gnasty's loot. Are you ready for the secret level? The last 20% of this game is this level. And this level is basically just a treasure romp. As that dragon pointed out, this is Gnasty's treasure hoard. Now, there are a couple of rules that I have to point out in this level. Of course, as you've noticed, probably, you can fly. You can fly in this level. However, you can't fly above a certain altitude. But you'll see right now that I can fly higher than I could a second ago. What's that all about? Well, what that's all about is that once you've reached a certain height, you can then fly up to that height. So, see how I can jump to that height? That means that I can fly up to that height. So in order to be able to fly higher and higher in this level, you need to be able to get to higher and higher platforms in this level and jump off of them in order to build your altitude. So that not everything in this level is accessible right at the offset. Really good level design, making sure that you have to accomplish certain tasks before you can access certain areas. They didn't want to make this they didn't want to remove every last bit of challenge from this level. Gotcha. Come on. Take the fucking... Nah. Sorry for swearing. I'm trying not to swear. I've been doing a fairly okay job of not swearing. Up to that point. Anyway. Apologies. So yeah, there's not a single gem in this level that is not a 10 or 25 gem, as you will notice. So now we can go a little bit higher. Alright, and now where is the other area at this height? There is one more. Is that it? I suppose that's it. Okay. I thought there was one more. I guess I was wrong. Okay, so you're not going to want to give chase right away because he flies too high for you to catch him. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get to this height, this platform, and then go after him. Because once you get to that platform, you can then fly at his altitude. And you don't have to... like, you automatically get the key when you kill that thief. Alright. Now you'll notice that I didn't go all the way up there. That's because the fastest way to do this... oh, I guess I messed it up. There we go. Oh, it went backwards. That's annoying. There is a speedrun strategy that makes that thief easy to kill. But I guess I'll just do it the casual way. I'll try it one more time the speedrun way. There we go. I did it. I did it. I did it. Yeah. if you go on the here, I'll show you how to do that. So basically, what you do is you hug the outside wall up until this point, at which point you, sorry, I'll show you again, be more demonstrative here. Oh, come on. Okay, so, oops, there we go. So you're gonna wanna hug the outside wall up until about halfway across there, and then just intercept him there. I can't really give a better explanation. I'm sure Chris LBC explains Superior Warbringer, one of the top Spyro speedrunners. I'm sure that he gives a more than adequate explanation of how to do that in his tutorial video for this speedrun, but for the speedrun of this game. This isn't the speedrun, obviously. Oops. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, basically the rest of this is just these rockets with, on the reinforced chests. And then the final room, which is glorious. You'll see why. Alright, you ready for this? I'm ready for this. So first of all, we do not yet have the altitude. Oh, never mind, I did go in here. So yes, this room, even though it only had one measly 10 gem, it gave us something else of great value. It gave us the altitude necessary to get up to here. And this extra altitude gives us access to the final room, which I will now show you in all its glory. Oh, look at it. It's beautiful. Look at all this. That is my favorite room in the entire game. And 2000. There you have it. One last cutscene.
Spyro the Dragon, you've defeated Gnasty Gnorc, collected the dragon eggs, saved all the dragons, and recovered every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom. How do you feel?
I feel fired up, Bob. And I'm happy for the Dragon World, of course. I certainly wouldn't want to spend the rest of my Dragon days butting heads with Gnasty Gnorc and his weird minions.
What's a minion?
Never mind. You know what they say. For every good battle, you need a good adversary. And I felt that Gnasty, in spite of his misguided nature, was a worthy opponent. Uh-oh. Here we go again.
That was a good joke. That's a good joke. That's funny, Spyro. He was not a worthy opponent. He was a coward, and he was extremely disappointing. But anyway, that's Spyro the Dragon. Thank you guys for watching. I definitely appreciate if you enjoyed this. Please do like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, and add it to your favorites. Comment. Let me know what you thought. Yeah, let me know what you thought. Let me know whether or not you found this helpful in any way. I will be doing Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, eventually. I'm gonna take a break from this for a while. But yeah, I definitely appreciate everyone watching and enjoying this. This was pretty fun to make. I'm happy with how this turned out, and yeah, I'm glad to have finished my very first YouTube walkthrough of Spyro the Dragon, and yeah, enjoy the rest of this. Well, I guess the credits are almost over. I was gonna say enjoy the rest of this epic track by Stuart Copeland, but yeah, credits are almost over. And of course, the disclamatory message at the end of the credits must include it. No sheep were harmed during the creation of this game. A few Gnorcs, but no sheep. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, I've been Trombone Master. Thanks for watching.